Well, my name's Scott McDonald. I'm a senior here, obviously. And for my internship, I worked at the Auburndale Mobile gas station, and I was in the shop like 20 hours a week, working on cars, pulling them in and out, diagnosing them, and kind of solving the problem. And I realized that the main thing that we do at the shop are oil changes and just kind of regular maintenance stuff. And oil change is just every 3,000 miles or 5,000 miles, depending if you use regular or synthetic. And really the only difference is the viscosity of it. And another big thing we do with the oil change is change your cabin air filter, which is pretty much filters what comes into the car when the heat and air conditioning is on. And I've seen horrible ones with like pieces of leaves, plastic, and like all this bad stuff that you probably don't want to be breathing in. And then another thing we do is we rotate the tires. You go front to back, and then you do an X pattern every 6,000 miles or every other oil change. And that's just so you can get your tires to last like the maximum time. And, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff, but that's a picture of an oil change. All you really got to do is take out the drain plug and take off the filter, wait for the oil to drain out, and then put the new filter on, make sure there's only one gasket, and put the drain plug back in and put the oil back in. Now, it's one of the simplest things to do on a car, but it's also like the most important, because if you do it wrong or use the wrong type of oil or the wrong filter, or you don't tighten the drain plug enough, then the oil can then leak out, or if it's wrong oil, it's just not going to do its job. And its job is to lubricate the pistons and everything inside the engine, and keep it cool, keep everything running smooth. And if it's wrong oil, or if there's no oil in there because it leaked out, then your pistons can fuse to your engine block, pretty much just making your car totaled. It's just a bad idea. We had one in the shop. We call it a pop motor. And I mean, we just told the guy he might as well junk his car, and then we junked it for him and made some money. But so that's how that happened. But that's pretty much your basic oil change. Those are my two favorite machines, a tire machine and a wheel machine. One balances the tire, so at high speeds it won't shake, or it tells us what weights to put on the sides of the tire, inside or outside, to make it so you have a smooth ride. And then my favorite machine though is the tire machine. It's just real simple to use. It's 3 pedals, and you can rip a tire off and put one on in like 5 seconds. It's just real simple to use, and it's kind of a necessity to need if you work in a shop. You gotta know how to put tires on. That is one of my favorite classic cars. It's a 1969 Pontiac Trans Am Ram Air 3. Very limited. There's like, I want to say like 20 of them left because they only made around 30. That one actually doesn't have the red interior, but those are even more rare. And that's just my favorite car. And one of the guys even had one, and he brought it into the shop and he let me work on it. So that was nice. That was nice of him. And then this is, I didn't really learn too much about this Ford Focus engine, but what I did learn is it's brand new and it's only in Germany right now. And it's a 1.8 liter diesel engine. And you can get 62.8 miles to the gallon on this thing. And it just runs forever. It's only a 4-cylinder engine. Now it's a pretty small engine. It's probably about the size of this podium right here. A little bit wider, but that's pretty much all it is. And the reason it runs so good is because it has a turbo put in, which pretty much just uses like the exhaust fumes and turns it into power. And that is a picture of a 2015 Pontiac Trans Am. As you can tell, they kind of switched the styles a little bit. And that is kind of what I'm hoping to finance when in 2015 after I'm in college and stuff like that. So That's one of my favorite ones. It's a new car with T-tops, which nobody really sees anymore. I have a 91 Camaro, and I have T-tops, and I love them. But this has a 6.2 liter V8 with a 6-speed manual transmission, and that thing's just scary. It has a nice big blue eagle on the front, and I just want it. I thank you guys for hearing this presentation, and thanks for coming.